There are so many different walks of life, so many different personalities in the world, and no longer do you have to be a chameleon and try and adapt to that environment. You can truly be yourself. One of the main focuses of my training sessions is to help individuals find their unique voices in the learning process. We all have our strengths, our weaknesses, our styles of learning, our personalities. Developing introspective sensitivity to these issues is critical to long-term success. So what this is us, our personalities refined down on to a stage performance. In other words, the way we play is the end product of the way we live. We live in the cities, you see. You see so many different personalities and mindsets in the world of sports, just like you do with actors. We all have split personalities, we all wear masks at some point in our careers. The Eagles are 4 very alpha personalities. We've all done solo work, and we've all played with very good musicians, but when the 4 of us get together, it becomes something that's much bigger than any one of us. In this one book are the 2 most interesting personalities in the whole world, God and yourself. The Bible is the story of God and man, a love story in which you and I must write our own ending, our unfinished autobiography of the creature and the creator. The fact that my female characters have strong personalities but are also physically attractive probably reflects the women I've known in my life. If you dream of something worth doing and then simply go to work on it and don't think anything of personalities, or emotional conflicts, or of money, or of family distractions, it is amazing how quickly you get through those 5,000 steps. I have so many different personalities in me and I still feel lonely. If guys don't respect themselves, they don't respect other people. That's times and personalities, and all of them are not that way, but it don't take but 1 or 2 to screw up the whole crowd. It would be impossible to make a comparison between Fred Astaire and Gene Kelly. Their personalities are entirely different. We'd like to think that our music will always be bigger than any one of our individual personalities. What makes a loft authentic isn't its layout or its history but its ability to give people a true home, a dwelling that reflects their personalities and aspirations, including their dreams of urbanity. Serving jury duty is a fascinating little slice of life, with its motley crew of personalities. The beauty of jazz is that it's malleable. People are addressing it to suit their own personalities. Southern political personalities, like sweet corn, travel badly. They lose flavor with every 100 yards away from the patch. By the time they reach New York, they are like golden bantam that has been trucked up from Texas, stale and unprofitable. The consumer forgets that the corn tastes different where it grows. That's what's cool. You don't know what your kids are going to be drawn to or what's going to excite them and what's going to motivate them. So it's cool to see their personalities develop and see the things that they lean toward. I would not know how I am supposed to feel about many stories if not for the fact that the TV news personalities make sad faces for sad stories and happy faces for happy stories. I think we all have different personalities, and even in relationships, we can be called psycho, and we can be called sweet, based on what the person feels about you. Technology has forever changed the world we live in. We're online, in one way or another, all day long. Our phones and computers have become reflections of our personalities, our interests, and our identities. They hold much that is important to us. You have to get along with people, but you also have to recognize that the strength of a team is different people with different perspectives and different personalities. We are nauseated by the sight of trivial personalities decomposing in the eternity of print. I do have a few personalities. When people started making a big deal out of it, I started making names for these people. You now have to decide what image you want for your brand. Image means personality. Products, like people, have personalities, and they can make or break them in the marketplace. A Bug's Life is a really funny movie and the characters have such different personalities. The movie is happy and then gets really sad and I'm like, whoa, I'm feeling this way and this movie is about bugs. I raised 5 children. They all have different personalities. All of them have different issues, different levels of success. That was a learning experience for me. Eros will have naked bodies, friendship naked personalities. I love Australia. It was a really, really nice experience for me. It's such a beautiful place. The people are beautiful, like, really beautiful, and they are beautiful in terms of their personalities. It's a great place to be. It's like you are in a little bit of a dream world. Sometimes you might feel like you're not good enough or unique enough, but everyone is. Everyone has different personalities. In terms of personalities, I don't care about the personalities, I want leadership that's in favor of my principles, free markets, adherence to the Constitution, and equal treatment for everyone under the law. Nanda and I never discussed work. Our work never came in the way of our friendship. We were both down-to-earth and very Indian. Both of us attempted glamorous roles but soon realized that it's better to play characters that were close to our personalities. Other musicians are basically personalities who want to make a name for themselves. All I do is sing old songs in the best way I can. What else is there to know? If you were a blacksmith, what would people need to know about you other than whether you can make a good horseshoe? I try to build a full personality for each of our cartoon characters, to make them personalities. Economics, politics, and personalities are often inseparable. In our generation, the role models were Gandhi and Nehru. We revered them. They were venerated personalities. I read almost every speech of Nehru. We are becoming able to see the pursuit of external power for what it is and the futility of trying to escape the pain of powerlessness by changing the world. When we look inward, not outward, we can dismantle the parts of our personalities that have controlled us for so long, such as anger, jealousy, vindictiveness, superiority, inferiority. You look at a herd of cattle and well, they all look the same, but they know. They all have an individual personality, and those personalities change from day to day. They can have their grumpy days and their happy days and their serene days, but it's unpredictable. You can't be off in outer space when you're dealing with animals. I try to be cool with everybody, but sometimes, everybody just has different personalities, motives, and different characters. We have different personalities, but in a harmonious way, I'd say. Anyway, we were booked to play at the festival as a duo, and we decided we wouldn't have any rehearsal. When you get together in a group, it becomes like a family, with the different personalities and the politics that comes with being in a band. It's different than bringing something in by yourself. My different personalities leave me in peace now. You cannot share your life with a dog, as I had done in Bournemouth, or a cat, and not know perfectly well that animals have personalities and minds and feelings. My siblings and I, we were raised on TV and films. Not a day went by that we weren't watching one of 3 movies, Caddyshack, Animal House, Beverly Hills Cop, on rotation. Our comedy, our personalities were set watching Sesame Street, these really sort of wacky, Jim Henson-y characters. Acting is a question of absorbing other people's personalities and adding some of your own experience. Narcissism falls along the axis of what psychologists call personality disorders, one of a group that includes antisocial, dependent, histrionic, avoidant and borderline personalities. But by most measures, narcissism is one of the worst, if only because the narcissists themselves are so clueless. Lead singers not only do the majority of the work, but their personalities are singled out and taken as the general attitude of the unit. I think reading a room, reading the personalities, reading body language, is kind of a lost art. I choose my actors well and get to know the quirks of their personalities, and, most of all, I share humor with them. Then I keep my eyes open when they rehearse and perform, because you never know where the next stimulation comes from. The Lord did not people the earth with a vibrant orchestra of personalities only to value the piccolos of the world. Every instrument is precious and adds to the complex beauty of the symphony. Visit our website for more quotes, quoting.com.